Welcome back. Today we are going to do more array, and yes, this is the last video we're going to span on array because got more fun thing to do, which is object. But that's the story for next time. So for this time, we're going to do array. So now, as you can see, we have nice 5 folders set up. All right, let's take a look. Set up sort 0.html. Now you can see it's just blank, and I write my ultimate goal in the comment, which is let me comment this video 11 array 3 begins. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I want to sort through array into ascending order using sorts. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say var fruits. I'm just gonna use some fruits, oranges, apples, pears, and grapes. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do console.log. I'm gonna do fruits.sort. So what do you think will happen after I click it? Let's save it. I'm not gonna talk about what sort is just yet. Now let's take a look. Now you can see it's sorted into the alphabetical ascending order. And that will exactly the sorts will do. This convert each string item to each array item to a string value. You might think, hey, it's writing string, but well, it's gonna technically convert them to string values, and then it's gonna turn the item into ascending order. All right, good. I'm sorry. Let me just resave it. I'm pretty sure it's a typo. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It's HTML. Just replace it. And delete this item. Alright. So now, sorry for the interruption. And now, so you can see it's sorted into their alphabetical ascending order. Let's take a look on source1.html. So this time, alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna still create an array. Just call it oranges, apples, pears, and grapes. And if I console.log, fruits.sort, what do you think will happen? Well, let's take a look at the similarity and difference. So these two almost exactly the same, besides the comments. And what inside of it is a little bit different. If you take a look, the order of them are same because there are only 4 items and they are in order: oranges, apple, pears, and grapes. But I capitalize the first letter of pears and grapes, and I expect to sort just like that, just like this. So let's take a look. I'm just gonna say this console.log sort1.html. Alright. So let's take a look. If I save it, And if I view it, alright. So now give me some arrays. And if you take a look, ooh, something wrong happened. We got grapes and pears for first two, then we got apples, oranges. Well, we know no matter it's capitalized or not, G is obviously after A, right? And P is obviously after O, which is after A anyway. So this is an issue when you're doing sorts because it converts them to a string, which is to ASCII value, which is going to be stored for another time. But now you just need to remember, when it convert to string, there are gonna be some issue with the capitalization. So let's take a look on how we can solve it. There are so many things, right, in sort2.html now. Let's take a look. So I create the same, but, well, I could capitalize P if you want me to do that. So I capitalize P. So you got var fruits equal to array, oranges, apples, pears, and grapes. And I create a loop. Recall, this is a loop that's similar to what we did on how to loop through all the items. And indeed, I loop through all the items. But this is the line that's ultimately most interesting. So fruits bracket I, which is me in i's item, I'm gonna update to fruits for the i's item to lowercase. So what's this mean? Does this mean, okay, so this gonna be updated, the i's item in the fruits array. How does it gonna be updated? Well, check it is it every character is in lowercase. Well, maybe not. Maybe they're just gonna change it to lowercase. So instead of capitalized P, it's gonna change to uncapitalized P, and same for G. Because the to lowercase is also a method that's available for you to use in string and array. And I'm gonna cancel the logs of fruit sorts this time. And let's see what will happen. I'm just gonna run a quick save. Let's see view it. And let's open up. And indeed, this time we saw apple, grapes, oranges, and pears, which is back to normal. And you can see there's no capitalization here, because if it has capitalization, it's always gonna be some issues. Alright. So, let's go to sort3.html. Well, this time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just say some random numbers. For our numbers, just gonna say 2, 3, 1, 20. And I'm just gonna say, well, let's just console the logs them, so that just sort them. Just use numbers, the sorts. Remember the parenthesis, because your call source is a function. Recall, whenever you're using a function, whether it's have parameter or not, you must use parentheses. Alright, let's save it. And let's view it. So hopefully, what we get is in order automatically to 1, 2, 3, 20. But if you take a look here, you find 1, 2, 20, and 3. So what's happened? Well, if you recall, they convert every item to a string first. So it does not consider this as actual numbers. It's just string. Right? So now you can see if I just do strings, well, because 20 is come before 3, because 2 is come before 3. It's gonna compare like that. Now I say, well, why don't I just do this? I just consider them as number types and done with it. Well, let's see what that actually work or not. Alright, so this is the last one. And now you can see it's still not working. So the type is now numbered, But I can say 1, 2, 20, and 3 is still up there. Alright. So now we're gonna fix it somehow. But how? Here's how we're gonna fix it using sort4.html. So here's what I'm gonna type. I'm gonna say var fruit. I'm just gonna say some brackets 2, 3, 120. 2, 3, 120. That's my values. And I'm gonna create a function called mySort. And gonna take in some, gonna do something, and this have lots of comparison in it, which is condition. And this will do take two value, first value and second value. And if I say if first value is greater than second value, and say return 1. Else if first value is smaller than second value, gonna say return -1. Or else, which just means they're equal, I'm just gonna say return 0. So how do I return these? Well, they do actually have some meaning. They may have some meanings that you may discover, which I'm going to talk about in a later episode on what this number means. But let me just do a quick console.log fruits.sort. But this time, I'm actually going to put a thing into here, mySort. This is going to be my function. I'm using it right now. And let's take a look what will be happening right now. So close this. I'm just gonna say console.log. So you know which ones. Alright. So if I view it. And now, indeed, it's working the way we want. 1, 2, 3, 20. So what am I doing in the if condition? So it turns out that function sorts actually take a custom function. There's that parameter first value and second value. So I'm just gonna say if first value is greater than second value, we're gonna return 1. If first value is smaller than second value, return -1. Else return 0. So it's gonna keep comparing these. And until it reaches 0, which is, well, until it makes sense for us that is make the correct order to 1, 2, 3, 20. This is a little bit confusing. If you want to take a look on ebook, it's also fine. We return 1 is -1, 0. In this case, just general convention. Like we usually return 1 if the value is greater than 0. You should return -1 when value is smaller than smaller than 0, or just generally smaller. Else, I'm just gonna, when equal to each other, I'm just gonna return 0. Alright. So that's all the functionality for sorts, which is a lot. Alright, it's a lot of functionalities. Here's what we're going to do next. We're going to do a concat, just short for concatenation. So this method will concatenate the array with the argument send it to it and return new array that contains all the items. It does not affect original array. Alright, so let's take a look. Let me just create some random array first. I'm just gonna say apple, orange, pear. And I'm gonna say varvaggies, vegetables. I'm just gonna say cabbage, cucumber, gonna say potato. Alright. And let's gonna create a variable. So let's say var fruits and veggies. Fruits and veggies is gonna do this. I'm gonna say fruits.concat fruits, comma, veggies. And I'm gonna console.log fruits and veggies. So what happened? This will basically say, okay, get the first string, get the first array, then after this, go ahead append veggies array items after this, and store them inside a new array called fruits and veggies, and console.log them. So it will be ultimately happening. Let's take a look. Now you can see this item contain 9 items. Because I got apple, orange, pear. You say hi. Why do I get same thing twice? Because, well, I should not doing that. And if you take a look now, we only have 6 items. So you got apple, orange, pear for the first one, and cabbage, cucumber, potato for the second part. Now, what if you want to append veggies in front of the fruit? You can just basically switch this to. Alright? Simple enough. Now let's take a look on this. A little bit complicated. But, well, now you can see for first 3, for line 6, 7, and 8, I'm just going to create 3 new arrays called fruits, veggies, meats. But for this, now you can see it can take, I just want to show you, which I showed you earlier, spoiler, the concat can take as many as array as you want. And I console.log them, so what should I expect seeing? I should expect seeing 6 items. Orange, let's say meat append first, so we should say fish, chicken. Then it's veggie, which is corn, peas. And then finally it's fruits, which is oranges and apple. Alright. What about this? Well, first 6 and 7, line 6 and 7, I'm just create 2 new arrays, fruits and veggie. But when I concat this, I concat veggie, but I create some new sort like array thing or string. I'm gonna say cat. I put a number 4. And guess what I put also? I put a new array, which is called nested array, which is going to go deeper in just a little bit. And console.log this. And if you view this, now you can see it depends basically everything to it. So I just want to show that concat can take, which is array also, can take different types of values, and also maybe take another new array. And if you take a look, now they are pending order, which is get the fruits first, and veggies, then cat, then 4, then house, then car. Interesting. That's all in my concat folder. And now we're going to do a little bit on slice. So here's what I'm gonna do in my slice. I'm gonna say for fruits, fruits equal to bracket oranges, apples, pears, and grapes. And I'm gonna say for some fruits equal to fruits the slice. Gonna say 1,3 console.log some fruits. So, I just want you to guess what slice will happen. Well, cannot guess it, obviously. So what the slice do is a slice method is used to slice a specific section of an array and create a new array using the elements from select section to the old array. So what does that mean? Let's take a look. Let me just save it and view it. And now I see two things. I got apple and then pears. So what does this mean? Well, so this is an index number. This is from the from. So this is a start and stop position. So you're gonna start at index 1 and at index 3. Now you can see it's append apple and pears, but not appending grapes. Alright. And slice is like straightforward, because just basically take the old array items and append to a new array. And there's also an opposite of the slice function, which you can find in the textbook, in the ebook we're using. And I'm just gonna leave this to your own right now. Alright, let's go to index of the HTML. So what I'm gonna say here. Alright, so let's take a look. I'm gonna say this. Var fruits equal to oranges. I'm just gonna use 2 items now. Just show a demonstration of what this function is. So I'm gonna say var found apples equal to fruits the index of, and I'm gonna say apples. And I'm gonna create another var, say found oranges equal to fruit the index of oranges. And finally, I'm gonna say var find banana equal to fruits the index of banana. I'm gonna say console.log found apple console.log found banana and console.log find oranges. So what is index of function? This is going to try to get the index of specified function. For example, I'm gonna say, alright, so find the index of apple, index number of apple from the fruits. Find the index number oranges from fruits array and find banana number from the fruits array. Now I'm gonna see there's some question which is going to be somewhat obvious. Now you can see I say 1, -1, 0. So this is at position 1, which is understandable. This is at position 0. And here's the question, what if it cannot find banana? Because I don't have banana in here. It's just gonna return -1 as a result. Because you will never have -1 as a position number as your array. Now let's look to the final section, which is 2 nested array example. So what is a nested array? So I'm just gonna say nested array. I'm gonna say this. So I'm gonna say Jeffrey, comma 86. I'm gonna say David, comma. Yeah, now I'm just plug some random value, and then also gonna say Brian, comma 6. And I create a nested array. What am I just done? Well, let's console.log nested array. Okay, so I'm doing something wrong with nested array. I'm pretty sure I should be able to fix it. So let me take a look. And I think there should be some problem. Okay, let's declare array using this. I'm just gonna say var pets to new array. But I'm gonna leave a parenthesis for this time. I'm gonna say pets 0 equal to new array. Just gonna say cat. Gonna say pets 1 equal to new array. I'm just gonna say beer. And what will happen if I console.log pets? And indeed, you saw nested array. So there's an array here, and there's additional array right here, and they're storing string and cats. That's how could you create a nested array. But this is also another way to create a nested array. Oh yeah, the bracket thing, which you remember using bracket. And so here is what I'm gonna do. Match it. Oh, sorry, some style issue. Let me save this file. And this is our final example for today, for this video. This is somewhat challenging. So here's what I'm gonna do. So now you can see I got a nested array with Thomas, Roger, Amber, Jennifer with their 2 scores. And create 2 variables called var I equal to 0, var j equal to 0. And first, I loop through the big array, which is students. But for this, I loop through the inner array, which is each individual array for Thomas, Roger, Amber, Jennifer. I'm going to print out students, bracket I, bracket j, is equal to plus this, which is the actual values. For example, what is students 0, 1? Students bracket 0, bracket 1 is. So let's find the bracket. So students is this array. I want to find 0 first. So this is my 0th item. And 1 is my 92. That's what I expect will happen. And indeed, if I save it and run it, now I can see many things happen. So I saw string Thomas 9290, Roger 778, Amber, etc., etc. And this is our final example in nested array. You're welcome to working and try it on your own. I might go over it next video. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you have demonstrated enough understanding on what is array in JavaScript and some basic methods. There are even more methods as you can find. You can either Google or go to MDN documentation or go to our ebook. Thank you very much for watching this video.